Hello all, good morning, welcome to Ansible session. So today mainly we will be focusing on learning the playbook. Okay, the thing is, till now, till yesterday, I think we have covered all the ad hoc commands, like Ansible related all the ad hoc commands with, let me show you that, like Ansible all hyphen m ping. So this is going to ping all server. Then we can have this Ansible all shell command. Shell is the module under which we can run any Unix commands. Like if you want to check uptime for all the servers, then you can check it. If you want to check like a free RAM, you can check like this. And if you want to get more information about any module, then Ansible doc will help you in getting more information about this module. Apart from that, we saw the parallelism that by default it works for 5 server at a time, but if you want one server at a time, then you can just add this thing folks equal to 1 in the ansible.cfg, and execution will happen serially in that case. Then we talked about copy module to copy a file from controller to the node server. Then we talked about apt module for installing any package. Only thing we need to understand over here that we are going to make use of hyphen b. This hyphen b is nothing but become, which will allow the Ansible command to execute via root user. And then setup command is to gather all the facts. If you want to gather the information about the nodes, all the nodes, definitely this gather facts module, that is nothing but setup, is going to help us. Okay, so whatever modules that we can have over here, we can write the things like this as well with adhoc command, or we can convert this adhoc command into the script as well. Okay, the way you can write a script with multiple Unix commands, step by step execution, some echo statement, right? In the same way, we can have a playbook as well. Okay, the means I can convert this entire adhoc command into the playbook, and execution will work in the same way. Means the file will get copied from controller to the nodes over here. So playbook is nothing but a file which have written all the modules, all the tasks. Okay, and that task will get executed serially, step by step. It's similarly a kind of a script only. If you have idea about the shell script, it it's the same thing. And the playbook is, we call that as a playbook in case of the Ansible. In case of Unix, we call it as a shell script. Okay, so I'll show you how you can write the playbook and how to execute that playbook over here. So we have a lot of playbooks to practice over here. So right now we will start with very basic playbook, that is nothing but a playbook for a module ping. Okay, one more thing I have changed over here, that I have removed one node over here with the name was node 02, because both were kind of Ubuntu server. So I wanted to show you one with Ubuntu server and one with a Red Hat, so that how package manager will play a role over there, we will get that information. Okay, so I'll just create one more node over here, but that node I'll create from the Fedora operating system, where M package manager is going to help us in installing the package. For the Ubuntu one, we will be making use of the apt, but for Fedora we definitely need M as a package manager. Let's have the regular size, and let's add the new SSH key over here. So where is, okay, I have already created yesterday with the help of SSH keychain. So let's share this public key over here. and name it as Windows anything. Let's add this. Once you are done with adding this SSH key, then let's close it. I think it's not added. Let me copy paste one more time. I think it's not allow me to copy it because select at least one key, but I don't want to select this. I want to add something new, so that's where just let me check one thing. Okay, let's try to select everything. At your end, you have to add the new SSH key the way we have added yesterday. And once you're done, I'll say Fedora node, and then let's create it. And once we get the public IP address, we will log in to this. The thing is, this node supports key-based authentication, not password-based authentication. Okay, so we yesterday we had added this public key, and this is the private key. Okay, so it's the combination of public and private key. So if you want to log into this server with the added public key, you just have to provide the private key like SSH root, sorry, SSH hyphen I, and this is the private key. I is the input file you have to provide as a private key. And what is the IP address that we got over here? Let's copy that IP address, paste it, and if our added public key is correct, in that case I'll be able to connect to it. Okay, so simply you can see I got this access of this Fedora node which I just added. And let's set something over here the way we have created ans admin user and all those things. Let's repeat that story one more time quickly, because we will be also using the same user. And this is mainly for providing a root access. Once we are done, let's switch to this ans admin user and generate SSH. Okay, once you are done with that, we need to, the way we have this authorized file over here, this is the previous node. If you remember, last time we had created this file. Okay, so we have to create this file as well over here for the passwordless authentication. Let's add this thing and let's try to connect to our SSH. What is the IP address that I got? Let's copy it one more time. Let's try to connect to it. Okay, so there should be a connection without password. And you can see I got connected to this Fedora node successfully over here. Okay, so we have added one more node, one node with a different operating system. And if you just want to check, in that case we just need to update yesterday's file like etc, because yesterday we have added node 2 as this IP address. I'll say IP address of this now, so that now onwards things will be working for new IP address. Means my controller is going to manage this IP address now on. Okay, so that's where I have updated this IP address under the node 2. I can say this as a Fedora node as well. It's just a naming convention what you want to provide. Let's say Fedora node, and let's say this is the Ubuntu node. Okay, just for understanding purpose. Let's go to demo, and what is the inventory file over here? Node 0 and node 02. Let's change this as well in that case. Ubuntu node and Fedora node. Okay, all looks good. Ansible all hyphen mping. Just check the connectivity, it's happening or not. Okay, I don't want this to be. Okay, for that matter, what they are saying, there are certain keys which are already part of this known host. So let's delete this file so that uh, I should not get such a prompt message to say yes or no. Now you can see without any prompt message, I am able to successfully connect to Ubuntu node as well and Fedora node as well. Both are working fine. So this is how you can add any number of nodes over here. You can just delete it, recreate it. You can do this kind of steps to follow that. Okay. Now let's talk about the playbook now. Okay. We have this file. So let's go ahead and create a playbook. Let's name it as playbook.yaml. Okay, this playbook name can be anything. Okay, it's not supposed to be means only this or that, but the main thing is it should be ending with YAML. Okay, extension must be YAML. Name of the playbook you can keep anything. Then I'll show you the format of the playbook, how it looks like. Okay, let's go to any of the playbook. I'll just go to simple one as of now. So first of all, it will start with three dot. It is a syntax. Okay, and then hit enter, then one space. Let's provide name of that playbook. Okay, name of that playbook, let's say this is my first playbook. Okay, then which all hosts you want to run this playbook. Let's say I want to run this playbook on all the hosts. Then after that, what you want to do with this within that means which all models you want to provide. So each and every module you can provide another task. Okay, so task is nothing but a section where execution will happen. So I am interested currently in only one module, let's say that is ping module. So over here, let's say my task name is learning ping module, and let's provide the module name. Okay, this is the mod, and this module name, which does not require any parameter, because with ping everything finished. Okay, we don't need to provide any other parameter apart from that. So if you want to convert that, the command which I have just executed over here, Ansible all hyphen mping, you can do it like this, like just provide the name of the playbook. Okay, this is for understanding purpose. This playbook is built for what purpose. Okay, and on which all host it is going to execute, and the task will have the module section. Okay, it's not only the task, it's task. We can have multiple tasks within this. Okay, so it's a simple playbook which I have written now. Let's try to go ahead and execute this playbook. Okay, So for that matter, you just have to provide, as you want to execute playbook, in that case Ansible playbook, you have to start with that, and then the playbook name, whatever the playbook you have provided. Okay, I think we need to fix this. Okay, let me execute it one more time. I don't want to provide any I meant to say, yeah, so for the second time there was no s or no prompt for me, and now you can see. Let me show you with a proper screen. Okay, so the play name that I have provided is this. Okay, this is my first playbook. This is the play name I have provided, so that's why it is coming over here. What task? Okay, this gathering facts is nothing but by default setup module will get executed in background, and that will gather all the facts. Means even though I haven't mentioned within my playbook to gather the facts, uh, still my playbook will do that because that is the default statement added within the playbook. Okay, so you can consider that is the default setting to gather the facts always. You can off that setting and switch off that setting as well. I'll show you how you can do that. So this gather facts will come every time if you don't switch off that setting. And learning ping model, so we are getting okay statements. Okay statement means okay and green, it means we are able to connect and there is no change on the server. So we are able to connect to the Ubuntu server as well, we are able to connect to the Fedora server as well. So that's where we got this output. So okay two times for Fedora, okay two times for the Ubuntu, then there is nothing changed, nothing unreachable, nothing failed, skipped, rescued or ignored. So that's where we are getting 000 for others, and we are getting okay for Ubuntu and Fedora. So every task you will get to, means the output of the every task you will see over here. Okay, if I change something, let's see if I have filled it out. Let's see if I say within this Fedora 1 which doesn't exist, and now if I execute this, so you can see again gathering facts they are doing, and they it failed to gather the facts for the Fedora node 1 because it doesn't exist, unreachable. Okay, same is like not able to execute this ping model on that. So that's where we are get for the Fedora 1 we are getting unreachable equal to 1. It means that server is not reachable, so that's where it is 1. Okay, let's modify it again. So this is how you will get to see error message as well, that could not resolve the host name, Fedora node 1 temporary failure in the name resolution, unreachable. So this server was not reachable because I have provided some wrong name in the inventory file. If you want to keep on adding anything within this playbook, you can definitely do that. Let's say uh, next thing you want to copy certain files. Okay, let's say copy file to node servers. Then let's make use of the copy module, and within that one was src and one was destination. Okay, so source is, let's say, index.html, and destination, let's say I want to copy that file under the /tmp. Okay, so one task is for the ping module, another task is for the copy module. So I can have multiple tasks or multiple use cases within this task section. Okay, so first this will get executed, second this will get executed. Okay, so let's see. I don't have index.html, so let me create it over here so that it will get copied, and let's check whether do we have over here. We have index.html already. Okay, and I don't think we should have for the Fedora node. Let it be, or let me delete this one so that it will get executed for both. Now I have just modified the playbook in a way that it is going to ping to all the servers and it is going to copy index.html. Okay, the one I have just created to all the servers under the tmp folder. Okay, let's execute this playbook now. Okay, so it has gathered the facts for both the things, and then it has executed the ping module, okay, learning ping module for both the servers. Then it has executed the copy file to node servers. So it has executed for both, like changed means something got copied. So that's where green color means nothing got changed, blue color means there is change on the server, means file copied, modification, any change over the server. And red means failure. So that's where you are getting change equal to 1 over here, and hopefully file should be copied over here. Yes, and file is copied at this location as well. If you just execute this playbook one more time, then definitely I'll get green for everyone because file is already there on the server. So that's where I can see green output over here because files are already copied with previous execution of the playbook. Okay, whatever the modules that we have covered so far, we are just trying to convert all those modules within the playbook because you cannot keep track of the commands to execute sequentially, because you have let's say if you want to copy a file, then you will run adhoc command to copy file. If you want to make a ping command, then you will write a command to ping. So you will get multiple 10 adhoc commands, 20 adhoc commands based on the task you want to perform. Instead of keeping all those adhoc commands handy with you, just convert all those things within the playbook and upload this playbook on the GitHub or any source code repository so that everyone can refer. And it's very easy to convert it and write the playbook. Okay, so it's simple than script as well. You're getting the points about this playbook. Then what I will do, I'll show you how you can disable the gather facts, because right now I don't need gather facts. Gather facts is mainly if you want to get certain information, but right now there is no requirement of getting the information from uh, node servers. So that's where you can disable it by saying gather facts equal to false. You can say false as well, or you can say no as well. Both things will work. Either you have to write false, or either you have to write no. I have habit of making use of the false. So let's say I'll save it, and now I'll execute my playbook. Earlier, okay, in the previous execution, gather facts was executing by default, but now you can see there is no gather facts message over here within our output. So why we need to disable the gather facts? Because let's say there are 100 servers, so 100 सर्वर का इंफॉर्मेशन फेच करने के लिए टाइम लगेगा, and if it's not required, then why to waste that time? So that's where depending upon the task that you are going to write, if you definitely need some information from the target server, then let's make use of the gather facts. Otherwise, let's not add that. This will save over time. Okay, now we have gather facts, that is good. Means disable that gather facts. Okay, that is okay for me. Let's add one more learning, let's say file module, and let's module name is file. What, let's say I want to create some file at location tmps, and file name, let's say subodh.dere, and state equal to present. Okay, so I want to just create this simply blank file, and that's where this file module When we learned file module, that time we have provided path and state. I'll show you one more time over here so that you will be able to recap it properly. Okay, you can see we have provided as an argument we have provided path and state equal to touch. Touch means it is going to create a file. So let's execute this. So ping got successful, then copy module also got successful, and there is some issue with the file model which we have provided. Okay, I have said got present. Okay, but it should be touch, not present. Okay, let's correct it and execute it one more time. Okay, it has changed, so it has copied the file subo.array. It's there, it's there on this system as well. Okay, so this thing you already saw, but what if I want to create the same file under etc? Okay, let's update this, because you know slash etc is being owned by root, and it is having the group as root as well. So simple Ansible and admin user will not be able to create any file under the etc. Okay, so that's where my playbook is going to fail over here, because it will not allow me to do that because of the permission issue, because this ans admin user is not having the permission to do that. So what we have done so far in that case, we have said -b option. This will allow you to this will allow ans admin user to get the root permission, because we have already added the entry of that user under the etc sudoers file. So the way we have provided -b option or hyphen become, in case of the adhoc commands, I can have the same thing in my playbook as well. So gather facts, and I want this to be get executed with root user. Okay, so if you say become equal to yes, then all the tasks that I have provided over here will get executed with root user. So let's see, because sometimes you need to be root as well if you want to go ahead and install some packages, or if you want uninstall it, then that time definitely you need some root user only. So I have just created this under the etc, and it's visible over here. Is it visible for the Fedora as well? Yes. So this is perfectly working fine for me. Now I'm not getting any permission related issue, because I have make use of this Ubuntu use become equal to yes or become equal to true, both will work. Okay, so I hope now you are familiar with this topic of uh, playbook. Let's have some little bit advanced level of playbook over here. What I'm going to do now, I'll say I want to install git. Okay, so apt is a package manager to install git. Okay, name of the package should be git and state should be present. So I want git to be installed on both the servers, like Fedora 1 and Ubuntu 1. But as you know, in the Fedora 1, apt is not supported. Over here yum is supported. That's where m command is working fine over here. Okay, m is a package manager for the Fedora, and apt is the package manager for Ubuntu. So this apt, so now if I save it and execute it, this will get executed on all the servers, and definitely it will fail on the Fedora one. Okay, let's see if it fails or not. So it is trying to install git on the first. Okay, you can see it is trying to install on the first one. So Ubuntu one is okay. So there is already Git present on the Ubuntu. So we got okay message. But for the Fedora one, we got an error because apt is definitely not supported by the Fedora. Okay, so what a normal user will do, normal user will change this apt to yum. Okay, and then execute it. So in that case it will fail for Ubuntu. Then it will, even though it will pass for the Fedora, but it will fail for the Ubuntu. You can see this install git task failed for the Ubuntu, and git installation is happening in background for the Fedora one. So that's where for the Fedora one we got changed. It means it has installed the git on that Fedora node, but it failed to do over the I mean to say the Ubuntu one. So what can be the possible solutions over here, because we cannot keep on changing the playbook first time apt, second time yum, keep on updating it like that. That is not a good way of writing playbook. Okay, for that matter we have to go ahead and execute some if else block. Means if, like, if I'll be writing if operating system equal to Ubuntu, then use apt, and if operating system equal to Fedora, then use yum. Likewise I'm going to make, means if operating system is Ubuntu, then only make use of the apt. If operating system is Fedora, then only make use of the yum model, so that things will not fail with each other. Okay, so I need to write two modules over here, right? uh, I'll show you. Let's say install git on Ubuntu. So for Ubuntu it should be apt, and let me copy paste it one more time. Install git on, let's say, Fedora, and over here yum. Okay, so let's say if you write in this way, then apt will get executed on both the server, yum will get executed on both the servers. So apt will fail on the Fedora, m will fail on the Ubuntu, and that's not we are currently looking for. Okay, so if you want to know the operating system of the node servers, in that case definitely a setup module is going to help us. So in, if you want to recap it, let's say last time, yesterday I have make use of the Ansible. Let's say I'll make all hyphen m. Let's say this is a module to gather the facts, and with this we will get a lot of information for this target server. Okay, so this many information I just received with the help of setup module, and out of which we are interested into the Ansible OS family. Okay, so Ansible OS family is Red Hat for Fedora. So let's see if I just filter it out with Ansible OS family. So I'll just get output for this only. So Ansible OS family for the Ubuntu is Debian. Ansible OS family for the Fedora is Red Hat. Okay, and Red Hat में हमेशा M चलता है, Debian में हमेशा APT चलता है. If you are not interested in this output, you can find some different output as well, like Ansible distribution is also one of the parameter that you can look for. Okay, I'll show you where is that actually. Instead of searching, what I will do, I'll say Ansible distribution is also one of the parameter by which you can filter it out. it's up to you which parameter you want to filter it out. Okay, so Ansible, you can see over here, Ansible distribution for this Ubuntu node is Ubuntu, Fedora node is Fedora. Okay, so let's make use of this over here. So how you can just make use of this information? Likewise, I'll say when I'm adding the one condition. Okay, when, let's save it. Okay, so when Ansible distribution equal to Ubuntu, okay, that time only execute apt. When Ansible distribution equal to Fedora, that time only execute yum. Okay, let's say now I'm uh, okay, I'll need to explain with some diagram, I think, otherwise it will be difficult. But at least try to get one point that you can gather the information from the target server using the setup module, and in case of the playbook, that setup module is nothing but gather facts. Okay, and that gather facts will be executing by default if you don't switch it off. Now I have two modules and two servers to execute. Okay, so let's create one diagram over here. Where is the cursor? So these are the two servers. One is, let's say, with Ubuntu, second is with, let's say, Fedora. Over here apt is supported, over here m is supported. Now you have two tasks. Okay, this is the task 1, this is the task 2. Okay, first task is having the apt module, second task is having m module. Both are for installing the git. So now this apt one, I have written the condition like when Ansible distribution equal to Ubuntu, then only it will run. Okay, so on this server information will getting fetched and Ansible distribution equal to Ubuntu will be successful, so it will be executed. On this server information will get fetched and Ansible distribution equal to Fedora is over here, so that's where the apt module will be skipped over here. Okay, it will not get executed at this server because condition is not matching. Same for this, yum will get skipped over here as condition will not match and it will get executed over here. So my playbook will not get failed at any point in time. It will just get skipped for particular task on particular servers. Okay, let's execute it first. You will get an idea definitely after that. Okay, so let's execute it. I think before execution we need one setup over here. I said gather facts equal to false, but this time if I do gather facts equal to false, then these variables will not get initialized because these variables comes from facts only. Okay, so I need to make it true, otherwise I will not get any proper output. Sorry, not, I'm interested in executing the playbook. Okay, so I said gather facts equal to true. If I delete that line as well, it will work definitely. Okay, so you can see install git on Ubuntu, so it is okay on the Ubuntu node, but it got skipped for the Fedora because condition is not matching. Similarly जो अपन ने m module यूज किया था, that is not that getting executed on the Ubuntu, that is getting skipped because condition is not matching and it is okay on the Fedora. So instead of the failure, it's always good to write some conditions so that at particular moment it will get skipped instead of the failure. We never want our script to fail. Okay, we may want our script or playbook to skip some task, but it should never fail. Okay, I hope you understood why I have added the when condition over here and how come I got this information from where I can fetch it out and all those things. Able to clear it out means you guys get it. Okay, so I hope you are good with this topic, and this condition is very much important to understand, like how to add this condition and where to add this. As we are writing the YAML, so spacing is much more important. So that's where you can see all the things I have added in the same line. Then name and APT should be under the same line. When should also be in the same line. So आपको ये चीज़ों का ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. If you make spacing little bit here and there, then you will get some syntax issue while execution of this YAML. Let me show you the demo for that matter as well. Let's say for this first when I एक space में extra दे देता हूँ यहाँ पे, and if I execute the playbook now, you can see uh, this when condition is not the correct, means it's correct but the syntactical problem over here. So it has issue with line number 11. So where is the line number 11? Here is the line number 11. So let's correct it, execute it. Okay, so this is the one thing I wanted to cover in this topic. Let me check which all playbooks we are having along with us. Any other playbook that we can take it up. Okay, I'll show you one more thing over here about the playbook execution. Okay, now you understood this topic of having this. One more thing I just wanted to explain, that let's say there are two plays. Okay, one play is this, sorry, one task is this, second task is this. Okay, and somehow if this task fails, in that case second task will not get executed. Okay, let me show you. Let's say I'll write some apt1, some wrong module I'm going to provide over here so that this task will fail. Okay, so as soon as this task will fail, uh, in that case things will not work properly. Okay, you can see could not resolve the action apt1. Okay, so what I will do, instead of filling this, I'll say git1. There should not be any git1 as an. Okay, now you can see it is trying to install git on the ubuntu. Okay, it got failed. Okay, with the fatal error. The thing is, we got okay for the fedora, because what's happening over here, that first of all the first task. Okay, let me show you the playbook. This first task, okay, installation of the git one, will try to get complete on both the servers. Okay, and definitely on both servers it फर्स्ट पे तो फेल ही होगा बिकॉज गिट वन अवेलेबल नहीं है. सेकंड पे स्किप होगा बिकॉज दिस कंडीशन इज नॉट मैचिंग. And when it tried to install the second one, okay, you can see this is executed on the second one successfully, but this क्या बोलते हैं, this git is not trying to execute on the, like यहाँ पे कुछ skip message नहीं आया. It means what is happening over here, that if any task got failed, literally in that case on that server new task will not get executed. Okay, because this git 1 वाला टास्क गॉट फेल्ड ऑन द उबुंटू, सो उबुंटू के ऊपर नया टास्क स्टार्ट नहीं होगा टिल द टाइम वी फिक्स दैट failed task. Okay, it will get executed on the second node, third node, fourth node, but it will never get executed on that particular node because the the previous task got failed on that node. So that's where उसके आगे के task execute नहीं होंगे. We just need to know this execution process because uh, we may ask in the interview like how execution will happen in case of the task failure and all those things. So because no one is going to ask you to write the playbook in interview because they don't have that much time as well. You just need to have knowledge about the playbook, how to write it, and what is the syntax, and what become does, what gather facts does, what are the tasks. So you need to get proper knowledge on these terminologies, then only you will be able to uh, properly answer all those questions, theoretical questions. Okay, so this is important thing to understand. Now what I will do, I'll simply remove one task over here, and just for timing, for learning purpose, okay, I have removed that one, and now I'm trying to install, let's say, git is a package. Okay, so you can just install it with the help of m as a package manager. And let's say if you want to install some apache, so you can do it like this as well. M, like install stdpd, and stdpd is nothing but an apache installation, and state equal to present. So let's see if we can install it successfully or not. This task will get skipped on the ubuntu one because we are not, because of the conditions that we have written. So that's where ubuntu पे skip हो जाएगा, and it will be successful over the fedora node. Okay, task का नाम मैंने change नहीं किया था, that's where you are getting the git over here. Let me change that. Install stdpd just for understanding purpose, and it got changed over here. Okay, stdpd got installed successfully on the fedora node. So let's check whether it is really present or not. Systemctl status stdpd. So stdpd got installed successfully, but the status is inactive. Okay, so if status is inactive, you can start this with like this, and the status will be active now if you systemctl start stdpd. But I want to do it from playbook, not from this. Okay, so I'll stop it one more time so that it will be on the previous level. Okay, so again it become inactive. I want to start this service which is just installed with the help of my, I mean to say, playbook. In that case, we have one more module, that is nothing but service module. Okay, so let's say start stdpd process, and name of the module is service, and we want to start stdpd, and we want it to be into the started. It's like it should started is like it should start it. If it is already in a started situation, then it should skip it. Okay, abhi apna stdpt is into the inactive status, it means it is dead one, it is not yet started. So that's where it is going to start, and if it is already started, it will just skip this part. So service is a model to start our packages or start our process. So let's save it and execute it. Now installation will not happen because it's already installed. So that's where we will get OK message for this, and each and everything will get skipped for the Ubuntu because of the condition that we have added. and this got changed because it has started it. Let's see the it is really started or not. And you can see we got active and running. It means it has started the service HTTPD, and if we execute it one more time, everything will be green because nothing will get changed. So each and everything is in the green condition if you execute it one more time. So this is the, I meant to say, playbook for installing the HTTPD package and start it along with the same means, once it got installed successfully. So that's all I wanted to cover in this whole session. We will be having one more session for the playbook tomorrow because it's not the end of the playbook. There are a lot of things we have to discuss under the playbook section. So definitely we will cover all those things tomorrow. Okay, any doubts so far within this? Thing I just wanted to highlight the way I have said started. If you want to stop it, then you just have to provide state equal to stopped if you want to stop this process httpd, and if you want to restart this process, then restarted is the state. Okay, so based on the state you provide, things will happen like httpd will get stopped, start, or it will get restarted. So these three options are available with the service state. Okay, let's wrap it up then. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.